Hello everyone, welcome to Daybreak over Strangford Loch in County Down. I've brought you to see the Strangford Stone. It's the largest megalith anywhere in the UK and Ireland. Let you see that. If you want to read that, you can freeze frame. I'll tell you about it anyway. That's it over there. Let's go and have a look at it. Thing is, it's only been standing for 20 years. Yeah, it was a project for the new millennium. It was erected back in 1999. It's quite a thing. What a lovely place to have it. See the Mourne Mountains there. I'm going to take you up through the Kingdom of Mourne. I was just on my way, but I wanted to stop here and just let you have a look at this. I know it's not prehistoric, but pretty amazing thing all the same. Quarried from a quarry on the side of Legananny, which is the tallest of the mountains. And it kind of faces home where it came from. Whoa. Oh, this is Strangford Loch, you can see behind me. Comes from the Norse strong fjord because of the strong tidal currents in the mouth of the loch. It's a tidal loch, really narrow entrance. The Vikings were here a long time ago. See, this was a Millennium project. Thousands of young people from all mixed backgrounds were brought together, and they pulled on the special ropes and raised it up into place. Took them 2 hours of hard work to raise it, 1 degree at a time. So I had a good look at it then. $10 tall, another 3 meters underground, set under a 3 meter deep concrete foundation. Stone itself is granite. On the face there, we've carved the alignment of the 4 inner planets of the solar system on the day that it was raised back in June '99. So it's just over 20 years it's been standing. It's about 47 tonnes. The original rock it was quarried was over 200 tonnes. Biggest piece ever quarried in Ireland as far as I know. And they trimmed it down using old-fashioned methods and whatnot. Unfortunately, during the trimming process they discovered that there was a weakness, so they had to actually split the stone, which was very unfortunate, and rejoin it using stainless steel rods. You can see the joints there. Still quite a thing. They're hoping it'll last for another millennium at least. So it's cold, it's late November, cold north wind blowing. It's going to be a lovely day. I'm going to take you to the Kingdom of Mourne. I'll show you the Mournes again. Slieve Donard is the tallest one. A little bit of snow on top. Not sure if you can make that out. Tide's out. So there you have it, Strangford Stone. It's set in this is Delamont Country Park. It's a massive big park. During the summer there's a little railway, miniature railway, runs round part of it. Popular with tourists. Also a good campsite. Caravan club, I believe. I'm just south of Killyleagh and just north of Strangford village. If you're ever up this way, it's well worth stopping by for spend a little time, get a nice walk, take in the views. To get an early start today. We've only got roughly 8 hours of daylight and I've got quite a lot to squeeze in, so I'll get back on the road. Hopefully show you some older stones later on today. So how much would you pay for a stone like that? Well, the Millennium Commission from the Lottery Fund awarded £250,000, £250,000. Would you think that would be expensive? Or well, what if I told you that was only 40% of the cost? The other 60% was raised by local people and the thousands of people, their parents, the young people and their parents who were involved. So the total bill came in around £625,000. I don't know, a lot of money. Welcome to the Silent Valley Reservoir in the Mourne Mountains. It's really windy. Check it out. That's little valve house, built in 1933. Valve tower house. Incredible engineering. To show you this overflow again, spectacular. Called the Bellmouth overflow. You can see why. Oh wow. Feel hypnotic watching it. Built in 1932. Amazing. It's all brick. It's incredible what man can do. Onward. Oh. Check out the farm gate, that'll give you a clue of what we're going to see. Pretty nice. Oh, you can just see it up there. Legananny Dolmen. On the flanks of Skorupa. Still in County Down, of course. Probably one of the most photographed dolmens in Ireland. Quite impressive. You've probably seen it before, but you can't beat being here. The Mournes. Oh, it's nice and quiet. There's the information. Neolithic. 2.5, 3,000 years old. Very photogenic. 2 metres high at the front, 10 foot long capstone. Let you see it rather than read that. Nice. Almost looks like a coffin on top there. The shape of it. Look how finely balanced that is again. Lovely. Excellent. Interesting cut on that one again, 90 degrees. People's put them rocks on, don't know why. That's the portal. Always feel a bit strange going into a tomb, even though it's only a skeleton. I'll switch my EMF meter on. You never know. You can see that I'm in my own shadow. Lovely guys. Yeah. 15 degrees centigrade, Celsius, whatever you call it. Just a nice late autumn day. Let's go in then. Wow. I'll just crouch down. Slab on the floor. Oh, it's better in the shade or the sun. It's baseline anyway. Best to go out the way I came in for a superstitious fella. Oh, just the mourns all there. You come out. So it's basically a bare skeleton, this one. There would actually have been a cairn over it all. Massive cairn it must have been too. All the stone's been stripped away. That's pretty impressive. Wonder what weight that top stone is. Gargantuan construction effort, you must admit. Because it gets a reputation as a druid's altar, a druid's table, all that sort of thing. But, those kind of stories came along later. I don't think people actually grasped how old these are back in, say, early Christian times or that. Still baseline. Dropped down to 13 degrees Celsius now. It's that chilly wind. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. I think there was again rumours of a pot buried with bone fragments in it, but it's a long time ago and it's just disappeared into the ether. It'll be in someone's cupboard somewhere. I'm gonna head just round the corner. It's only half a mile away, my next location. Hopefully I'll get it to myself. I'll be able to do a bit of investigating with a wee experiment and that. So I'll head round there. We'll see what happens. Finished souterrain. You know what a souterrain is? It's basically a tunnel, a man-made cave. Dates from 700 to 900 AD, kind of late Iron Age. There's literally hundreds of these all over the country, usually built beside a rath, which is a ring fort, or it's basically a round house inside a fortified stone wall usually. Sometimes they were just wattle and daub and there's no sign left of the rath. Souterrain usually accompanied these, used for storage or hiding from the Vikings, or putting your valuables out of reach, you know, kind of a safe in the ground. This has been restored. This one's quite it's going to be quite scary going in here. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'll give it a go. Souterrain's 30 metres long underground. It's cramped. Two side passages, about 6 metres long each, shooting off it. Long after these were abandoned, started to get a reputation that the wee folk had moved in. People became afraid to go near them even. This one's been restored. Amazing find for the farmer discovering this in his field. There could be hundreds of these all buried, not discovered. Who knows what inside them. Here we are. That's kind of maybe what the settlement would have looked like. Souterrain lately outside that somewhere, hidden. That's the tunnel, 30 metres long, with the two side chutes, side passages. So I'm going to go in, face my fears, and go into the dark hole, hoping to catch evidence of, well, we'll see. These are solar panels for they're wired for lights inside. I hope they're all working. There's a light switch there. Oh, they're not very bright. There's a very low lintel there, so I'm going to crack their head on it. Try it again in a hurry. Wow. I'll turn the light on as well. You'll not see anything. Oh, Lord. Wow, it's damp and dark. I think it could be flooded on up there. Oh, another low lintel. Whew. Oh, light's not working. Oh dear, dear, dear. Hear the water dripping. Oh, it's completely flooded up there. Oh, that's my light there. Can't go any further. Let's back up to the passage door. I must be only in 10 metres maybe, 12. This is inside the chamber. There's a wee bit more headroom. I think it's about 1.5 metres, but it's too dark to see. I'll try switching to full spectrum. That's me in full spectrum with the full spectrum light, infrared, actually. Not great just down the tunnel, there's nothing to reflect the light, it's just darkness and water. Just taking a baseline EMF reading. Definitely getting double zeros. Even with the electrical cable in here for the lights. That's me ready to go. Little full spectrum filming away there. Got the EMF meter, of course. Brought a little candle. I'm going to light that in a second. Got a little tripod with the quartz pendulum again. LED EMF meter. And I've brought this little bell just to give it a little tinkle. Try and raise the vibration a bit in here. Hoping to find evidence of I don't want to say the F word, or any other anomalies we can find, I guess. I'm curious. Let's go. Light in the darkness. Okay guys, that's me ready. I'm settled down. I'm going to ring the little bell and sit here quietly for a while. Keep an eye on the EMF. There's definitely no wind at all in here today. You see that by the candle anyway. Here goes in, right side. all quiet. Just the dripping of the water. Temperature's pretty steady, 13.1, 0.2. Pendulum's quite steady. I don't like calling out or anything like that because it's an invitation really, and you've no way of knowing what you're going to encounter. Sometimes just talking in a place like this can work just as well. Sometimes things happen when you're not actually concentrating on them happening, if you know what I mean. Excuse me. I hope you can see that EMF meter. It's quite hard with the wee light on it to keep it looking good on screen there. Temperature's dropped 12.6, 12.5. So when I don't do any kind of divination or spells or anything like that, I'd rather stick to scientific methods as far as possible. I only have a very limited budget, so if calling out works for you and you're happy with it, you're happy to do it and you know what you're getting yourself into, then fair enough. I prefer to stay protected. Put up a protection around me before I come in. And I'll probably use my white sage when I leave, just to be on the safe side. You might not capture any evidence, but it doesn't mean there's nothing here, if you know what I mean. This is only a short experiment, 15 minutes or so. The thousands of years this has been, well, roughly over 1,000 years this has been here. And a lot can happen down here in that time. I actually saw a video online, a guy coming down here. It must have been during the summer, but he got on at the end of the tunnel and there was 4 or 5 candles and wee tea lights like that still left on the floor. And he said, oh, someone's been having a party down here. You know, just moved on, didn't give it a second thought. But the first thing I thought of was someone's been doing a ritual down here. What type of ritual's anyone's guess. Temperature's dropped to 11.8. That's quite a good drop from 13.2. Starting to see my breath a bit more. Pendulum still quite still. That's about 10 minutes now. Still all quiet. Temperature's still slowly dropping. I think I'll ring the bell again. Still all quiet. It's really like finding a needle in a haystack this way. I guess you'd need to spend much longer with more equipment. And well, this place isn't ideal really. It's not like it was intentionally made as a tomb, or people were laid to rest here as far as spirits go. More of a food larder, as I say, and somewhere to hide if trouble came by. Still worth doing. I don't feel too bad sitting here because I can still see the light, the daylight behind me. But I think it would have been a bit different right up at the end, 30 metres in. The light up the tunnel's actually gone off now. They only stay on for 15 minutes on the timer. That's 15 minutes now, all quiet still. Temperature's at 12, 12.1. No movement from the pendulum. Candle's quite calm. Strange being under the earth. It is really otherworldly. You can see why caves, natural caves, were thought of as portals. You wouldn't see much down here if you had a flaming torch type illumination. That's just smoke. I don't know how they would have had light in here. They've been in the dark, hiding from the Vikings. Fearing for your life. You think you have problems some days? Well, that's nearly 17 minutes now, guys, so I'm gonna have to get up. I'm starting to get a sore back, being crouched over. Shame I didn't catch any anomalies, but well, you have to try these things. I'll see you in the outside world. It's a boy. Well, that was certainly an experience. It's a shame I couldn't have got right down the tunnel, but has been a lot of rain the last couple of weeks. It was dry yesterday and today, but it's not enough. If you're going to come visit, I would definitely say spring or summer. Probably summer is your best time. So I think that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for joining me today on my travels. See some nice scenery. This and that. If you've been following my channel from the start, you'll probably know that this is my 10th episode of the first series, the grand finale. This probably won't be airing until, I guess, August. Probably is now where you are. We'll see what happens by that time. I'd certainly like to continue with the second series. I've really had good fun this year. But it'll mean travelling further afield, I suppose, and it's time and money. So if you enjoyed what you see, please subscribe and show some support. If I get enough love, and I've got enough funds, I'd certainly like to continue with the channel. I could well have some other videos in the bag by the time you're watching this. So I'm not going to stop posting videos by any means. So thanks a lot for watching. Take care. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.